The house.
G-Scoop in your system.
Swear the trenches be good to me.
They keep playing the music.
Swear the trenches be good to me. You gotta stick to the plan. I swear the trenches be good to me. I swear the trenches be good to me. You gotta stick to the plan. One don't snitch, you grab a nigga, you gotta get it out.
It's so loud.
I'm from the top town where the big dogs act out. We don't back down, we just act out, little bitch. I remember selling pills to the fiend. Nigga, I had a dream. Dr. Martin Luther King. I was a snotty nose nigga, I ain't know no good. I wanna make it out of the hood and see my mom and them good. These streets don't show no love. Your blood, not your friend, not your kin, they gon' hold you down. When you need a little help, just remember. And these streets get cold as a symbol. Tell me to be a man. Tell me to be the best. Where the trenches get good to me. You gotta stick to the plan. I swear the trenches get good to me. Tell me to be a man.
There you go.
I swear the trenches get good to me.
I see it, just Jimmy.
Couple niggas I was cool with. They gone now. Had it cooking.
Right.
I see it. We live.
Look like
We
we on.
live full of fat.
That's good. So we'll be able to bring Mo in there.
I don't want to hear nothing on her. Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay. Yeah, because I got the delayed reaction.
Yeah, it's kind of delayed.
It's crystal clear. Testing 1, 2, microphone checker.
What up there,
1
Truck
to the 2.
Adobe?
1 to the 2 to the 3. Run that beat back one more time.
G-Scoop in your system.
That's my nephew on
Yeah.
Swear the trenches be good to me. Tell me to be a man. Good to me. You gotta stick to the plan. I swear the trenches be good to me. Tell me to be a man. I swear the trenches be good to me. You gotta stick to the plan.
This beat trying to move a little bit now.
One don't snitch, nigga, you gotta get it out.
I see you, big dude.
What's happening? What's happening? All right,
I
we're
see
trying
you.
to see who we can get up in here.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, it's Sunday.
Yeah, and everybody been watching football all day.
Man, what that weather like out there, man? It's still snowing. I said, what that weather like out there?
No, matter of fact, the weather kind of good now. It doesn't turn around. We had about 75 today.
That's right.
Degrees today.
Okay, then. That sound good. That sound good.
All right, who else we got up in here with us?
Just us two right here, man. This being the beast. What it do? I can't wait to get them on here, man. I want to talk about these women truck drivers, man. See what they're really doing out here, man. I want to see what's really going on with these teen couples.
That's it. See if we can get a few of them up in here, so we can chop it up and see how they do it.
Beauty just fixed the dishwasher. Thinks she's doing something. Go ahead, dear baby. Hey, this, but you see that work on that grill, man. You see that lightweight work, man. That lightweight work on that grill, man. I got to see what you working with, this B. I ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, man. I see you. You down? You got down.
You know, lightweight, man. You know what I mean? I'm just testing the waters. You know.
Hey, man, I got a black card. We go to the restaurant. Shit.
Hey, we got plenty of them out here for sure.
What's up, Jack Love?
They got a black card. They go to the restaurant. Hey, Jack Love and Trucker Dobie.
You say struggling YouTube truckers.
Is that right? YouTube trucker live. Get some thumbs down. What does that? What does that mean? What that mean? This me? Who is that?
I don't know who that is, man.
Who is Jack Love?
You know me. I ain't got no. They call them.
I don't know if it's a troll or not. This be channel, so I'm checking it out first before I get the chopping heads on.
I ain't got no trolls in my count.
Okay, you know I chop head on quick.
I don't get out like that.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, well, it's nice and crystal clear. See, there, can they hear us out there?
Yeah, see, this is one of them haters, Beast. That's
it
all.
must be. It must be. Said Beast always been a lame boy. You funny. Yeah, I can laugh at that one.
He done followed you all the way over here, man.
What is wrench at? Well, we ain't got no wrench. I just look at that as being a fan, man. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't got to be doing something right.
Get him out of there, babe.
It's living between the lines just jumped on.
Huh?
Living between the lines.
What's going on there? Living between the lines.
Live between the lines. What's cracking with it? What's cracking with it? What y'all got going on out there?
How is everybody? What we trying to do is getting that team couple conversation going off today. Talk about what's going on with how you team couples get down and survive out there.
How do you survive?
Living between the lines, they've been out there for a while, huh, babe? Living between the lines, they've been out there for a minute. How this be?
Yeah, I think they got some. Well, I know he got some time in the game, but I don't know if it's all over the road. I think he's had some. I think he was kind of like me, you know, a little office time and training time and that type of stuff. So
Right. Think he got that hog like me. I think that's gonna be on the bike, huh, babe? Yeah. I know he finds some time to ride that hog. I can't even ride mine. I can't even ride mine right now, man.
Now, which
Babe,
one?
get in here.
Y'all, you was doing this. Y'all had it all worked out.
We booted me.
Hey,
What's up?
what's going on? So they headed to New Jersey.
Y'all look like y'all got a whole studio set up back there.
I'm
We
ready.
hooked up there, Beast.
Looking at.
I'll give you an angle of it here in a minute.
Okay.
Live Between the Lines said they headed to New Jersey.
No, wait. East
Yeah,
Coast,
well,
you
we
know, I thought that's your line,
yeah.
this week.
Well, you know how I do that, Beast. When she wake up, she just in New Jersey.
Right, right.
I can't ask her, can we go that way? You know, because she damn sure gonna tell me no.
Man, there's a whole different animal out there on that East Coast, man. I tell you, if you ain't from out
Yeah.
there, you know what I mean. It's a little different.
I hear you. I hear you. So, y'all
Live
been
between life, so
taking
they
care of
got
the
a good
business at
signal.
home this time?
So what this be?
No, I just saying y'all been taking care of a little business at home this time.
Yes, sir. You already know it.
All right. Good thing. Yeah, we just celebrating the wife's birthday coming up here on the 15th.
That's a
Thought we get
beautiful
in,
time.
thought we
She
get
say
in here
birthday.
and huh?
She say birthday week.
Week. I know.
You said the weekend, so
No,
the birthday ain't actually here yet, so we still going, right?
that's it.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's it. Yeah.
That's a beautiful time.
What did you say,
Yeah, I
man?
know.
So do you answer them the questions together, or it's?
Oh, I didn't know we gonna interview.
Oh, I don't know if they want to. What are we doing? We just making sure this works, or
Well, this is more make sure that it worked this time, you know, but we can get into it.
I thought we
Where Beauty at?
thought we gonna test. She right there folding clothes.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
Well,
God! Look
yeah.
at she drive. Look, she drive trucks. She fold clothes. She cooks. Oh my God! I done started something.
Okay, I hear you living between the lines. You say you got a bad signal.
That must be on them because ours is loud and
Well, yeah,
clear.
we sitting at home. You know, that's it. We sitting at home.
Well, 40 Shade has some questions for Beauty.
Well, I guess she wanted to kind of see how we would do the what the conversation, whether it be do bounce questions off each other or just talk about different scenarios as far as teaming, what you
Right.
guys do in certain scenarios and how you handle it, that type of thing. Who's in charge?
Beauty say
Who's the
who the
captain of the ship?
Beauty say she in charge. I say, put your hand on the steering wheel. We in
Yeah.
charge.
That's it. Now, I should be able to do this so that we could bring in a phone call or two also,
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. We could
Yeah.
have some questions. See, what we was originally talking about 40 Shades is a lot of couples out there that's interested in driving together, and they be having questions like we all be getting questions. You know what I'm saying about male and female team couples out here. You know what I mean? So we was talking about getting together, and being available for the people to call in and ask questions and bounce different things off of each other. Some things that people probably was thinking about, you know what I'm saying, that we already out here going through and done been through. I know my situation might be a little different from everybody else's because I'm the boss. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't got no look, and we ain't got no rules but my rules. You dig? So
Right,
I
right,
don't
right.
want to be I don't want to be a bad influence to the other males out there. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
Not
But see,
supposed to me. He ain't supposed to me.
yeah, well, you know, I can't get out like that. Uh, my scenario is more we teamed up for real. You know, we kind of try to put it in the middle the best we can. You know, she tried to do, you know, at one point, like when she first got on the truck, it was more, I let her just kind of stay inside the truck. But as she started actually learning the game, you know, she didn't mind, you know, if you know my wife, she loves talking to people. You know,
Right.
she's a conversationist. So
Mhm.
she didn't mind, you know, like going in and dealing with the shippers and the consignees and things of that. You know, at one point I thought I had to kind of protect her from that so that she didn't have to go through it. But hell, she better at it and seems to get more done, you know, than I do when I go in there. You know, they kind of put me at the end of the line and they tell her come on up here. You know what I'm saying? That
It,
kind of
it,
thing.
it,
The
exactly.
treatment is different.
Yeah, that was I was gonna say. I noticed that from the very beginning with me and Beauty, how they cater to the women out here, you know what I mean, and these shippers and receivers, and they show a lot of favoritism. So I tend to use that to our advantage, especially if we somewhere they might have gave us a load at the last minute, you know what I'm saying, and told them we was already on the way, and and we wasn't, and then we get there, we like barely gonna make it at that time. You know, I'd be like,
Right.
baby, can you go up there? Because if I go up there, they're gonna be like, oh, we closed. You know what I'm saying? And the Beauty go up in there, shit, they put her in front of people, so that works out really well.
Right, right.
You know, ain't nothing wrong with a little woman charm every now and
Yeah,
then. You
I mean,
know,
but yeah, like I say, she gets out. I mean, she don't mind fueling now, because there was that once upon a time, you know, she would stop and wake me up to fuel or to help her get parked and all that kind of stuff. I don't even have to go through that anymore. You know what I mean? You know, so that's cool.
yeah, that
Okay.
that's something that one thing that I didn't like in the beginning when I was teaching Beauty, like as far as how they catered to her a lot. Like we used to go to the shippers and the receivers when we was practicing on, you know, and bagging and docking. You know, she pull up and the yard dog would be like, just drop it here, just drop it here. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And I'd be like, damn
right,
it,
right.
you need to park. You can't just keep letting them, you know, take the easy way out because it was different with me. My approach with Beauty when we started was I put her out there like throwing a baby in the water. You know what I'm saying? And they got to swim. You know,
Right.
that's how I was like from the beginning. I was hard on her. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to make sure that she was able to do everything on her own. So in the very beginning, she was at it. You know, I was right there with her. You know what I mean? Showing her every step of the way. But I had her doing everything. You know, put them gloves on, lace your boots up. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right, right.
And
Well,
and,
babe,
and, and I'm happy
I'm
about
gonna
it
let you
now
chime
because
in here.
say
Go
what?
ahead, B. No, I said
No,
go ahead.
I said I'm happy about it now because she's used to the grind, like from you know from starting off, you know from the very beginning when she started off training, she was driving 500 miles. You know what I'm saying? A shift. You know, I started off at 500 miles. So now, you know, years later, she's already molded and grounded, you know, to grind. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's like my partner. You know what I mean? It ain't no different because she a female, I'm a man. Like we get out in here. You know what I mean? She handle her business, I handle mine. that right, baby?
Well, well, I think, and I'll let 40 Shades speak on this, but I think I spoiled 40 Shades because out the gate, you know, she rode with me for about a year,
For a year.
and we were in a I was solo, you know, so she was just kind of sitting there learning, observing type of thing. So
Right. I
she wasn't
remember.
fixed. So when it got real, I think things were a little different, you know, as far as in my approach. What you think?
Yeah. I think if I would have learned, if I came working team configuration in with the solo, it might have been different. But when I seen the solo version of it first, I was more intrigued with solo because we got to stop. We was able to cook better. We was able to work out, and we was able to manage our sleep. Now that I'm in team configuration, it feels like, you know, I'm not sleeping in the truck as well, not eating as well. So I did get spoiled to the solo perception than team perception. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because it's those are two different animals for sure.
It
You know what I
is.
mean? The solo, as far as the
It's
time, go
it's
ahead.
hard to break that. It's hard to break that also because where, like you say, you guys grind and you're doing, you know, between the two of you 1,000, 1,200 miles a day. We knocking off eights. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That type of thing, you know. So we don't grind as
More than
hard.
8.
We don't grind as hard.
We do more than 8.
Well, we do more than 8, but I think we take more time between loads. I'll put it like that. We might have a 1,200-mile day, but we ain't gonna touch that next load till 10 hours later. You know what I'm saying? You know, that type of thing. We'll take a 10-hour break in between there where actually the truck don't move. You know, that type of thing. You know, so
And see, that's what's so good about trucking, in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? It's so many different lanes, it's so many different levels, you know what I'm saying? And the person can get in here, and depending on what stage they're in their life, you know what I'm saying, in their relationship, in their career, you know what I mean? That's how they can look at as far as this trucking game. You know what I'm saying? Like with me and Beauty still being fresh and, young out here, you know what I'm saying? Meaning young, like, still young in the trucking game, we still all gas and no brakes. You know what I mean? We want to get to the point to where, we don't, have to work as hard, could take a load and get a load, you know what I'm saying? Maybe later on after that, the next day or whatever, kind of take our time. But right now we grinding this thing that we still trying to accomplish. So we on a different mission. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's good about trucking. If you want to come out here and you want to just, balls to the wall, you can do that. If you don't have to do that, then you don't have to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what
And I guess that's what that would be a good point to pass on to the new couples that's coming out here would be what stage of the game are you trying to come in at? You know what I mean? Because see, I'm more on the retirement side of this game. You know what I mean? As opposed to, like you say, being new to it. If you coming out here new, you best have your grind on. I mean, because that's where you're going to make your money at. You know what I mean? But if you're kind of in between things, you can come out here and you can pace yourself. You can run at a different pace. I'll put it like that. I want to shout out, and let's see who all did I see come up in here. I think I seen Lock Power. What's up, y'all? Who else? Oh, and I seen Living Between the Lines. You say you the boss until she say something, right?
Lock Power, what's cracking with it? Leonard Smith, what's up with it, little one?
What's up, Leonard Smith?
Eric from Brazil.
And I got Eric from Brazil.
And Leonard Smith.
all the way from Brazil. Yeah, I just said,
Oh,
what's up,
okay.
Leonard? Yeah, we
What is it?
sitting up here. We just trying to, just shedding a little light on this video as far as the different perspectives of from team coupling, being a team couple out here, and what it consists of, and some of the ups, some of the downs of being a team couple.
Now I have a question for Beast.
Okay, because I
for
had a
you,
question
B.
for you guys, but
Now,
I'll
Beast,
let you
before
go
coming
first.
into trucking, what did you do? What was your previous profession?
I was a project manager for a scaffold company. I ran different power plants.
Now, with that being your background, was it hard for you to transition to trucking, or did that only enhance what you were doing in trucking?
I feel like it enhanced what I did in trucking, as far as because I'm used to dealing with different people and supervision and management and different things of that nature. So as far as with trucking, we're going to different shipping and receivers and having to talk to different people and things of that nature. I was already used to doing that. A lot of people have problems, going to these different places, especially in this field. You have to be aggressive. You know what I mean? If you're not aggressive, a lot of places they'll take advantage of you. And in my field, being in the carpentry industry, you have to be aggressive out there. So that worked hand in hand for me.
Right.
Now, what advice would you give? Like, say, if a gentleman is coming onto the trucking industry and he thinks truck is going to be a good fit for his wife, but she really ain't seen it all. What advice would you give him? Especially, like, I see a lot of comments saying my wife or girlfriend could drive, but they don't know everybody might not like trucking. What advice can you give to a new couple that might be looking into it, so the guy's not rushing a female or making her resent trucking because of it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. What I always tell people when they ask me, about the situation with me and my wife and what did I do to get her out here, I always let them know first and foremost, it was her decision to come out here with me. I had nothing to do with it. I think it's very important that this is something that the woman wants to do. It's not something that you're pushing on her. Because if you don't want to do this, it's not going to work. You know what I mean? Because once you
Right.
get out here, you're going to realize, especially if you OTR, trucking is really a way of life. So you got to adapt to a lot of things. So I would advise a couple, if their wife is interested, I would advise them to look at our channel, to look at your channel, Mo Phone them channel. You got couples out here that's doing it, that got channels that a woman can kind of look and see things that you guys go through day to day to get a feel of it. You know what I mean? And they, ask questions or whatever. Just do your research. Let the wife do the research, because Beauty did her research on her own. She started watching once I got into it. She started looking at YouTube and looking at younger. Matter of fact, okay, I need you to elaborate on that. Tell them what you did. I was doing good. I still need to hear from you. I don't want to get it misworded what you did. But anyway,
No,
I just think go ahead.
Oh no, I'll say this. You're right about that, because that was my approach with my wife in the scenario. Was, babe, get in the truck and come and see it. You know what I mean? Come and see it day in, day out, what it consists of. And her background as a account manager for a trucking company, she had a lot of insight, I would say, prior to getting into it too, but she hadn't, I think she didn't you do ride-alongs and stuff with your drivers?
Mm-hmm.
So she had been in the truck, but she hadn't seen it from an over-the-road perspective, because she was the account manager on a dedicated account. But
Right.
I think that, because I remember after her riding with me for a period of time, next thing I know, she's telling me, hey, I want to do it. I'm gonna let them know I'm through, you know. And she next thing I know, she's in the truck with me. So,
And that's
again, like you said, I think you gotta let them walk into it.
right. You can't force it on. It gotta be by choice, not force. For sure,
Right.
because you don't want them to regret it. You know what I mean? And you don't want it to cause friction in your relationship or your marriage. You know what I mean? Because it could test it. You know, and you guys for sure have to already be close. That's very important. If you're the type of person to where you can't be around your wife all the time, you need to get some air. Then you might need to second guess that being in that truck together because you ain't gonna have no air,
Right, right, right.
no space, no nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Real, real
So that
small space that you live in.
exactly. You have to be, really, really compatible, to do those type of things. But, I love it, when you put a plan together and you're able to accomplish, your plans and succeed in life, with your mate and do it together, it's a beautiful feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
It's totally different than just doing something on your own. When she's out there with you grinding, you got bags on your eyes, she got bags up on her eyes. You know what I'm saying? It just brings us more closer. You know what I'm saying?
Why? Because then we matching.
Oh, Bonnie and Clyde.
We matching with
Money bags, baby.
money bag. Oh, girl. I'm like, it's opposite. So I'm really on his left side, but on the camera, I'm on the right side. Hey, you
How
guys.
you doing, sis?
Hey, I was folding clothes.
She folded new clothes.
Oh, the
Let's
new
get this.
clothes.
Let's get that straight. She taking tags off of new clothes and folding them.
Well, I went shopping for the kids, for the grandkids today.
Gotcha.
I went shopping for the grandkids today, and I was taking price tags off, so they don't need to know how much I spent.
So they was here with
Okay, Beauty, we got a question for you.
Okay.
Now, quick question. We know it's hard for us as couples staying healthy, working out. Do you guys find it hard to eat healthy and work out as being a team couple?
Yes. Yes. In the beginning, it was easy. I wasn't running as hard, and I was used to working out. As the months and days went on, it got harder. It got harder because sometimes you're at the shipper longer than expected, or you're trying to go get a load before you eat, and then you're there at the picking up the load for a while, and then you just want anything to eat. So yes, it does get hard, but we do have those days where we just say, you know what, we're gonna just not do meat or do salad, and try to help our regimen out. But yes, it does get hard because I love food and beasts do too.
and the
Feeling. We know.
to piggyback off of that question, it's all about timing. You know what I'm saying, and prioritizing whatever you want to do. It's like we're gonna get into the exercising a lot more. We keep trying to fall off because it's not the main priority right now. It's like things that we're trying to do, and we're about finished doing the things that we needed to do, which we was really grinding for. You know what I'm saying? So when we're finished doing a couple of things, then we'll be able to slow up with the loads, and then we'll be able to plan it out to where we'll fit in the exercising. You know what I'm saying? Her being able to cook. Right now we run it back to back, back to back, back to back. So you really, when you get a little break, you really just want to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to run like that. And this is a means to an end. We ain't run like this to always run like that. we running like this to be able to slow down later on. So when that time's coming, we'll be able to get back into our groove. You know what I mean? But I miss my sexy body.
I miss my sexy body for you.
We're gonna get it.
And it's just like we have goals, so we trying to execute the goals as fast as we can. Also, we're trying to execute the goals while it's hot, before the winter comes. So that was a goal in itself.
And then we slowing down in the winter, so we should have a lot more time to do some stuff.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have a lot more time to get our regimen back and our eating on track. Because right now, I call all this happy weight. I call it happy weight.
Nothing wrong with that.
With me, it's hard for me because it's like I'm either all in or I don't want to play with it. Like I'm not good with okay, we gonna eat right, this week, and then next week we doing this, and then next week we doing that. I'm not good with that. I'm like, we ain't gonna do it, then I don't want to play with it. That irritates me. You know what I'm saying? So we just kind of got to get it to where our time is right, where we can just do it. Cause baby, she got the meals down.
And I got the exercise regimen down because I just got really, really lazy. Because I was getting tired because we were out almost 3 months. And it was just like then we came home, we took 2 weeks off, and I feel like I got robbed in my 2 weeks. And then we went back out and now we're here, but it just feel like I just been running. And I was used to doing my exercise, in the shower when I take a shower. And it was easy for me. But it got to the point this last month where I'll just take my shower and come back out.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a question for you guys.
All right.
So
Let me ask the next question
He
here.
got a question.
Oh, go
for
ahead. I'm
us.
sorry. Go ahead, Beast.
yeah, but you done asked like 3. Can I get one?
Hey, I got my podcast. So I be on the road.
Okay. I wanted to know, like, this be said as far as how you guys run it right now. He's been in the game for a long time, as far as in trucking, and then you just came in the game as far as on the road, even though you've been, on the inside management and everything, but as far as being an OTR driver, you still fresh like we are. So how does it work between you guys when you have somebody who's an OG that's already been running, and then you got a new person coming in? How do you guys be on the same level? Like, are you on a kickback already, like OG, because he been out here, or do you still want to run more? Or how does that work? Because you guys on 2 different levels.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. He said he's already at retirement level. I'm about at that same level. I'm not gonna lie. You got me up to this point. That's where I'm at. But I know for me, it's harder for me because I'm still brand new. So I'm always looking to make sure that I'm not trying to have an accident. I'm making sure that I know what's going on, where he knows it all, and so I'm always looking for him to have the answers where maybe I should have the answers more. He knows it. And I think sometimes I use that as a handicap because he has the experience about sliding the tandems or experience about DOT stuff. I don't know it as well because I on him to do it. Overall, trucking for me is I'm analytical. So I like the numbers. I like the management. For me, driving is not as strong as him, where he loves driving. I can get behind there and get in my thinking patterns. But for me, I love talking to people. I love the numbers. So for me, my exit plan is not going to be 10, 20 years in driving. Mine will probably be out sooner than him because I'm not like the big fan of driving as he is. So where he's at, that's where I'm at mentally. Like he's ready to retire. I'm ready to retire. But see, I'm looking to going into a business for myself outside of trucking, where he may be going the same avenue or retiring. Mine's is going elsewhere.
I ain't looking to do shit. No.
You retired.
But,
You're
but
just
but the one thing that I
retired.
can say, driving has afforded me time to really think about what I want to do long term. Because when I was a manager, I was always doing multiple projects, and I really couldn't just sit down and think. Where driving gives you 8-10 hours worth of behind the wheel of thinking. All you can do is think. So you got to. I'm thinking of a master plan. I'm thinking of our finances. I'm thinking, when he's getting ready to retire, how I can retire him in my new profession. So I'm always thinking, and that's the one thing that driving has been a benefit. It's brought me out of my shell, learning how to drive, but it brought me out of my shell to start a business. So it has its perks.
That's good. That's good.
I want to say, how Beast, you guys were talking about this is a means to an end, where you want to reach that point to where you can pace yourself, and that's, like I say, that's kind of where I'm at in all this. I'm not real. I come out here and I know I can have a 8-10 grand a month profit. And I mean profit in the sense of after all the bills are paid, all that good thing. I'm cool. I ain't got to go after the 15 grand, the 20 grand. You know what I'm saying? Whereas and if I was younger in this game, I think I had told you this before. I missed the boat on this. I should have been in the owner operator game as long as I've been in this, as far as the trucking industry. I should have been in the owner operator game a long time ago. But me being an instructor and classroom and training and all that, that's where my focus was then, because that's where I kind of, that's what made me feel good about the industry, was to be able to, bring somebody along, and show them how to do it out here, as opposed to actually out here doing it, that type of thing. But yeah.
I feel that, to me, trucking is like a kickstart for me, like a kickstart as in getting your credit together, fixing your credit, repairing your credit. Like 40 Shay said, thinking of a master plan. I don't want to get out of the trucking business. I like driving. I don't know when my exit is, but I am thinking of becoming a broker. I do want to expand my business. I want to become a broker or a dispatcher, or maybe both, because I don't want a third party. I want to keep the money in, but I use this time as a trucker, like I said, to help me elevate. Basically, like I said, repair my credit, stack some money, in my accounts or whatever. So you can use trucking however you like. It's some people out here who just use trucking just to live day by day. You have people out here using trucking to expand a business or to start a business. I mean, trucking is just like, I just feel like it's a stool, to a better life, and you got people out here who's been truckers for years and haven't did anything. You got truckers who's been out here for years, or, and started a whole fleet. So I feel like trucking, you can use it. It's just a different avenue to whatever you want to do.
There's definitely levels to it, There is levels to it, in different avenues. I mean, just like if you look at, she, where her whole role was in trucking as a, an account manager. I mean, so if you get in this game, you don't necessarily have to be behind the wheel. Because like I say, most of my career, like I've been out here in trucking since 97, since 97. And I probably only got an actual 10 years over the road. Everything else has been, like I say, training or classroom or whatever, that type of thing. Definitely levels to it if you get into it. you know. And like you say, when it comes to even with the exit, you don't necessarily have to exit trucking, and you can still be, have your foot in the game as a broker or something like that. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Beast, you got another question?
Do I got another question?
Oh yeah, because I got like 10 more.
Okay, go ahead. I was thinking about something, but it slipped my mind.
I was thinking about damn, I was gonna say something about the exit game. Oh, we talk about exit game. I don't even think about when I'm an exit because I'm thinking so much like I've been really lucky to be in a position that I am able to stack money and keep my credit, where it's at and getting higher. So I don't have an exit game right now. My plan is to save right now and to start studying for broker and dispatching.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Do it,
Yeah, that'll work for me because driving ain't like a job to me. So I'm gonna be rolling the truck, man. I can't really see nothing
until
else.
all this is great.
When I get older, I mean, shit, the truck and, hit a state or something, come back. You know what I mean? It's like that ain't like a job to me. I hope it always feels that way, but every now and then somebody might irritate you with one of their attitudes. But I try not to even let that bother me.
That just be Mother Nature. I can't help that.
No, I'm not talking about you.
Oh, I thought you talking about me.
Sometimes you go to the shipping and receivers, it's like they just woke up on the wrong side of the bed and they have a real nasty attitude.
They just mad because you make more money.
But
than
I
them.
I like shining that on. It used to bother me a lot, but I done got used to dealing with it more. But I just, I'm just fortunate. I guess I used to, ride my bike a lot, on the highway, and it gave me such a sense of freedom. You know what I mean? And lucky for me, when I'm on the truck on the highway, I feel the same way. I just zone out. I just feel so free. So that's a beautiful thing.
It is a thinking. It truly is a thinking.
Married to the Miles. I see y'all. What's up, fam?
Team 48.
Hey, where they came from?
Team 48, y'all in here?
44 years. Hey, Sheila.
44 years, Leonard been rolling. What you say?
She said 40. It's been good to me for 44 years.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to get where you at.
Yeah, Leonard retired now, though. Yeah, Leonard retired now. He's sitting back. He's sitting back on Easy Street.
Right.
Man, chilling. This is a good time to be chilling.
That's it.
What you got, Foley?
What impact does trucking have on your marriage?
What impact?
Mm-hmm.
Good. It's good. Go ahead, babe.
I'm trying to picture what impact.
Like date night, is it date night, sex life,
it has
health?
It has for us. It has a good impact for us because it made us even closer. You know what I'm saying? When you're on the road and when you get that time where you can just talk and do some soul searching with each other and planning for success and different things and just accomplishing things together as a couple, for us, it makes our relationship and our marriage even stronger. You know what I mean? So I think it's been good for us because we was already close, from the beginning. I think that's so important, getting out here. It makes it different because before we started trucking, like, I used to come home from work, she come home from work, we go to the gym, You know what I'm saying? Be at the gym a couple hours, come back. You know what I'm saying? The weekends, we going out, eat, going to different places, whatever we doing. We was always together all the time. So when we got in the truck, and it really wasn't that much of a difference because we always spent a lot of time together. You know what I'm saying? So I think that means a lot if you can be with somebody all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It has definitely brought us closer. And how I know that it brought us closer because most of the time, either he can finish my sentence or I can finish his sentence. He know what I'm thinking. I know what he thinking. And me, like Beast is real good at explaining and how he feel. Like when you get into a little spat or whatever, and me, I was good at just not saying what I wanted to say because I was upset. So by us being in the truck, there's no more being quiet. You can't go nowhere. I can't go downstairs. I can't go in another room or anything. So it brought us closer with our conversations, with us knowing each other, feelings. It just brought us closer in so many avenues that I think, and I have always said that, I just wanted to be role models for our kids, for other people who's watching us, that, it can be done, but it can be done. I'm not saying it can be done for everybody because everybody don't have that type of relationship as we do. But it's fun for us. Like I can be me, I can be silly. He could be silly. I think I'm more sillier than he is, but it's just like I could be me. And I mean, I just cannot explain just more closer than we are explaining. I mean, it's like we don't have every blue moon we might have a spat, and that's probably because of Mother Nature.
And you have to, it comes from maturing. As a man, you have to have a certain maturity level, and you have to reach that. As I get older, I'm getting more mature and being able to handle things. With her, I'm like totally different than I used to be. You know what I'm saying? So, man, if you're in the truck with a woman, you're gonna have to have a great deal of understanding. You know what I mean? And you're gonna basically let her have her way on a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if petty's the right word for it, but that's what
baby
it
girl.
is. Women are a little more petty than we are about all kind of stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? I just let her have her way for the most part. And I realize what they say, happy wife, happy life. You did?
Yeah, but it also opened up.
That's real talk.
Us.
What's up about life?
We started opening up more avenues, as in, like you said, what we want to do long term. Just started tackling a lot of stuff because we're together. So we're talking about our future goals, and we're on the same page, and that's so exciting. And I mean, that means so much to us because we're on the same page, so we're not battling. So I guess I'll leave it right there.
Hey, this me. You got any questions? I think you got a lot of comments on there. Y'all got any questions on your line?
Yeah, I don't see any questions, but I did ask the everybody that's in the chat. Do you guys got any questions for us?
Because our goal is we would love to get actually other team couples either each week or every other week, and also have you guys give your perspective on how team trucking affects you and the pros and cons. So as newer truck drivers come in couples, they have multiple couples to see examples from, hear stories from, and just be able to you're live with us and kind of tell people what goes on
in this trucking world.
Yes.
Huh?
Now, Beast, quick question. How do you guys determine your schedule?
I tell her when to do it.
Showing up now. We all want to come now. He's showing up.
Right. No, how we determine our schedule is we have a set schedule and we do not change it whatsoever. First, we used to go from 12. Well, I drove from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. and then she drove from 12 a.m. to
No
12.
p.m. The opposite.
The opposite.
Yeah. I drove from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. He drove from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Exactly. And we switched that, so now I drive from 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. and she drives from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. But
West Coast time.
but the trick is we stay on West Coast time, and no matter what we're doing during the day, we don't switch from that time frame. So, say for instance, if we are sitting up all day or whatever we're doing, and then it's time for her to drive, and then when she drives, she only got a couple hours left in her shift. Guess what? Her shift is over with. That's her shift. You know what I'm saying? And then I start driving. That way you don't mess up your sleeping pattern. You know?
Right.
So
That's kind of what we do too.
It used to kill us. When we first started, we was like going all around the clock, and she was going crazy. She was real irritated. It didn't work for us at all. But when we got this straight pattern and we don't break it, I mean, sometimes, you know, some weeks it might be good for one person, a little better. You know, when you might be sitting at, like a lot of times we used to get loads and we'd be sitting at the shipper waiting to get loaded. And when we first get it, you know, she might just have to drive a few hours on that first takeoff. You know what I mean? But you know, we have, you know, 2,000 miles to do or something like that. So, you know, she'll make up her next shift, but her first shift, she might just gotta do a few hours. She might spend all the time at the shipper. Vice versa, when it comes like that, you know, or she might drive, and at the end of the day, the next day, I might just got a few hours and we there. You know what I'm saying? Then when I got a good test load and we waiting. So you get a break in between, you just got to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? You can't be up kicking it. Did your tide cover? You tired. You know what I mean?
That's this one over here, Beast. I gotta make her go to bed.
Girl, I'm going to sleep.
Hey,
I don't care. I'm going to sleep. You ain't gotta tell me.
She say, "Baby, you need anything?"
You know I'm going to sleep. You need anything?
She cut the curtain and she would sleep all the way until her time.
I be like, don't mess with me because I need all my time. Because I like driving my full 8 hours before I take a break. I don't like breaking my 8 hours, you know, so that's why I'm let me get my a good 8 hour, you know, before I take my first break.
Got
That's Lockpower says sets don't work for us. I'll just read some of the comments.
And then Lock Power, is that your set time zone for you guys?
What Lock Power say?
Set doesn't work for us.
That set times doesn't work for them. I think that's what they're saying.
Yeah. It might not work for everybody, you know, but it's just like we've been doing it 3.5 years now, and that's just what we're used to. Because I wasn't used to that around the clock. I'd be like, oh my God, the sun is coming up. It's third day.
Yeah, you got to find what works for you. Some people can't drive at night or don't like driving at night at all. So that might be a little different situations too.
Well, I can't see at night. Well, I can see. I can't see. I can't.
That would be a problem.
It's a real bad eye strain as far as me driving at night. So after about 2-3 hours of driving at night, I mean, the strain on my eyes gets so bad, you know, it starts to turn into a headache and stuff like that, you know. So that's why I don't, you know. So that's the thing with night with me. But wifey driving now. because ain't no traffic.
Right.
You know, she don't like dealing with the traffic. You know, so you know, that's kind of the balance for us right there. You know, that worked for us. You know,
When when did it start bothering your eyes? I mean, because you've been a trucker for a minute, because I've been driving 3.5 years, but it's starting to bother my eyes where I'm starting to strain a lot. So when did it happen with you in trucking, or have you always strained?
no, that's where it happened. It happened in trucking back in the day. Used to drive at night, especially in the summertime, because it was cooler. You know what I mean? I would drive at night and try to sleep during the daytime. And somewhere in there, first of all, I had to wear glasses, you know, and I thought that's what it was. Okay, I need glasses. But even after I got the glasses, I still had that same problem. So it's probably about 4 or 5 years in to me being a truck driver that it started bothering me, you know. But that's probably about 4 years of driving at night most of the time, you know.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm just starting to feel it. And the crazy part, I never wore glasses. So now I have to wear glasses. I have to go pick them up. So I need near and far in the same prescription.
Right. That's what I got. That's where I'm at now. I can't see you close. I can't see you far away without this. You know?
Oh my goodness.
No, literally, in your mind is whereas if I take my glasses off, I mean, I can see you, but it's a blur. You know, it's blurry. You know, and it's a strain for me to really try to see you, to make who you are, you know, to make your face out, you know. So that's what it is. But,
Okay, I have a question. Okay. I've been driving for 3.5 years now. But my back and my neck, like my shoulder is starting to hurt. I'm trying to use everything I can. Pillow, extra pillow. I mean, do you have any recommendation on what I can get? Because when I get off, I'll be like, oh, my neck hurt, oh, my shoulder hurt. And they used to be said because I hold the steering wheel too tight.
and that's what it is.
I loosened up on the steering wheel. I drive the steering wheel with one finger now, and my neck and my shoulder still be hurting. But what can you recommend?
I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you what that is. More than anything, either your seat is not adjusted properly. You know what I'm saying? Your seat got to be adjusted properly. You know, for the most part, especially in the newer trucks nowadays, the truck seats are, what's the word, ergonomically designed. You know, so if you adjust your seat properly, you shouldn't have those problems. More than anything, that stress, because baby go through that. And it's just stress that you bring on yourself because of whether it be weather, whether it be how somebody passes you. You know how the big truck pass you and he kind of comes in your lane?
Oh, yeah. I hate that.
You tend to tense in those situations. And before you know it, you done did that 70, 80, 100 times throughout your shift. You know what I mean? You done tensed up a lot of times throughout your shift. So it's more of trying to be relaxed in this more than anything. Now you'll see people put on what they call them lumbar support belt that you wear when you're lifting or working in a warehouse, that type of stuff. I don't really know if you're going to get anything out of that. You know, because she done bought everything on the market that the truck stop have. All those little gadgets you see in the truck stop just for your back. we go. You know what I mean?
Well, what about
But
your
more than
shoulder?
it's the tense, it's the stress.
But I think for me, so being a woman, especially a full woman, sometimes like the way my butt sits on the chair, it doesn't fit right. So like my back is curved, and I have like slight scoliosis on the back. So that means my back, it's not straight, it's kind of a curve. So it makes it hard for me to sit in the seat, and it makes that tense the way my hips rock, and then my shoulders always tense. At Schneider, they actually have a nurse that comes out to your truck, and she fits you for your seat. So she makes sure you sit up properly with your knees, the steering wheel is adjusted, and they actually fit the seat to your comfort so you don't have those pains. But mine's more stress. The reason why my neck and back hurt.
Right.
And usually most of the time that's from. That's from the stress, like B say, holding that steering wheel with that death grip.
Yeah.
I don't get it anymore.
You know,
Only in winter.
well, that's what I'm saying. The wind starts to blowing hard, or whatever the case may be.
Go below 30 degrees.
Girl, yes. Oh, yes. The last girl, when that little thingy come on and the dashboard, I'll be like, oh, Jesus. I get to looking for ice.
Yes, exactly. I seen enough accidents out that I don't want to be a part of it. So as soon as I see the temperature drop or start misting, or I'm going down the hill, it's like all of a sudden my back tenses up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what's about it next? It's not me. I think it's other people around me, the super truckers, that I get nervous about because they're flying past, they're close to you, trying to clip you, trying to get in front of you. So it's like a lot is going on if you get close by another truck.
Hey, Beauty.
Yes.
Leonard Smith says the string of the lights
string,
and the sun on your eyes, and also hold it real tight. And again, your seat being and that's what he say, 44 years. So I'm sure he done seen a lot of different seats in these trucks over 44 years. Tracy Hall says, get you a pair of tens unit.
I'm not sure what that is.
What is
I'm
that?
not sure what that is. What is that, Tracy? What else?
I think that was it.
That's ridiculous.
I want to say this. All you couples here, do me a favor. Drop your email address. If you're willing to kind of do one of these with Beast and I in the future.
Because I would love to see the guys get on and have like a male chat, and then the females get on, just kind of, because I'll kind of bring a different perspective. And on this particular platform, we can have up to 10 people on at one time. So if we want to do some type of form, some subject, we have the ability to do so. So
yeah. So if you're interested in doing that with us, just shoot me your email address. Basically, all it takes is what'll happen is I'll shoot you an invite. You click on the invite and it brings you right in, and we can all do this.
I'll reply back.
What'd she say?
It's electric device from the chiropractor.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Tracy said that.
Oh, so
That your chiropractor recommended. Okay. No.
We're looking for a picture. It's the electric advice that my chiropractor recommended. If I can, I'll pull a picture here. Man,
Okay.
No air conditioner.
And raised.
Oh, Sheila.
No air seats, no power steering, no air conditioner. Leonard said that's what he did.
Yeah, I remember those days. I started this game, Leonard, with what they call them, a cab over. Schneider had that doghouse in the middle. Had to lay down and put your pants on. It was crazy.
We'll know nothing about that, man.
Yeah. See.
Hey, we've been on here over an hour. We're gonna save some for the next one.
That's cool, man. Hey, I want to thank everybody. Hey, really, get at us, shoot us your what I need? Yeah, your email address. If you will get in here with us and chop it up and just share some of your teaming knowledge with
Man, we would love to hear what everybody goes through. Even some tips, anything. Pros,
Right.
cons, like what he said. I mean, this is a start. Let's get into it and let's keep it going.
That's it. See, we'll try to get consistent at it and do it once every 2 weeks or something like that, you know. So, all righty.
Sounds good. We out.
Be spread
All
the
right. Thanks
word.
for coming in here, B.
Enjoy your home time.
Yeah, thank
Okay,
you. We like the Russell Simmons YouTube. He be like, we out and be gone.
Right, y'all. Much love.
All right, peace. Okay, we out of here, man.
Where the big dog act out, we don't back down, we just act out, little bitch. I remember selling pills to the fiend, nigga, I had a dream. Shawty knows that I ain't no hooker. I wanna make it in the hood and see my mama in the These streets don't show no lie. Friend, kid, they gon' hold you down. When you need a little help, just remember. And these streets get cold as December. So they should just be good to me. That's where the trenches get good to me. You gotta stick to the plan. That's where the trenches get good to me. Tell me to be a man. That's where the trenches get good to me. You gotta stick to the plan.
Couple niggas I was cool with it. They gone now, had to click the niggas. But shit, I'm on my own now. So the streets and how you niggas turning sour real quick, probably over it, bitch. But they done snitch, nigga, real so I just stuck to the plan and never let it change. No, but I don't blame them, cause you know how the game be. I grew up in the hood, so I got it out the mud. It's crazy, cause half the time your own family don't show you love. But now they see a nigga up and